Okay, this is my review of the Nintendo 3DS. Here's a 360-degree view of it. Okay, as you can see, here is the pen. It's a lot nicer than the previous generations. It's a little lighter. I like that it's metallic. And here's a game. I don't have a 3DS game in here, but if you look closely, you can see right here that's extendable for 3DS games. But it also plays old DS games. Alright, let's turn this bad boy on. Turn up the volume. The volume is on the side there. You can hear all the nice sounds it has. Okay, some of the things I like are that there's a new D-pad, which I think this is going to last a long time. Like, I was expecting it to be a little more bulged out, but it's flat in there, but you can just keep circling it around. That's perfect, because there's yet to be a console that has had a joystick like this. And I think it's going to last several years, if not longer. Another thing I like about it is that the 3D actually looks a lot better than expected. At least that I expected. Some people were expecting, like, Avatar level. But this is probably hard for you to see. So I'm going to keep the 3D off. But that's the switch on and off. It's not perfect, but it's very good. It's better than what people are saying. Another thing I like about this is the lineup. There is a huge lineup of video games going to come out for this. They're not out yet, most of them, but there's going to be a Kid Icarus game, a Zelda game, Starfox, a new Pokemon game was just announced a couple days ago, Animal Crossing, Rayman, Bomberman, Contra, Dragon Quest, Frogger, Final Fantasy, Harvest Moon, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Mario Kart, Metal Gear Solid, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man, Paper Mario, Pac-Man, two Resident Evil games, The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Monkey Ball, and Street Fighter are just some of the games. And one game I particularly liked was a game on here called Face Raider. It's really fun. It's free for the game. It's pretty interesting. You basically rotate around and, move around and shoot at yourself. Okay, another great thing about this is that they brought the Miis to the DS, which is so fun. You can make all your Miis, and they're going to be in games too, which is nice. Another thing about this is that the 3DS is 3 ounces lighter than the DSi XL. I was expecting this to be a lot heavier, but it's a lot lighter. What's different about this generation is that they're trying to make it more of a media device, I think. So that's why they included the 3DS sound along with not yet, but there are going to be movies coming out for it. The only one that I know that's coming out for it is How to Train Your Dragon in 3D. I'm sure that Avatar will be on that list. I'm sure there'll be a handful of them like that. Probably some old movies too. Even some old 3D movies, hopefully. But none that I know of are announced yet. The color on this is significantly improved over the past DS generations. It's 24-bit color, and the older generations, I believe, were 18-bit, which is a decent difference. Okay, there's only a few things about the 3DS that I don't like about it. The first thing I don't like, and this is the biggest reason, and that it's the only reason that you should even consider not buying this, is that the battery life is really low on this, especially in 3D. It's even lower than the original DS's battery life. Some people are saying that they only get about 3 hours from it. I tried it and I've got about 4.5, 5 hours. One thing that I dislike about it, temporarily, is that there is no internet yet. It says it's waiting for a future update, but I don't know how long that's going to be, and I'm hoping it's not that much longer. And the last thing about it I dislike is that some of the game prices are getting higher and higher. I don't like it when a home console is the same price as a portable console. It actually is the same price as the Wii right now, the 3DS. It's $249.99, or 95 depending on where you go. But the games, I don't ever remember playing a game that was $40, other than like special edition games like the Heart Gold Soul Silver, where they came with a Poké Walker. But yeah, I guess with inflation it's got to keep going up, so it's not a big complaint. Overall, I think the 3DS is probably the best portable system. No doubt it's better than the previous line of DS's. Even though the price is a little more, it's worth it. And I gotta say, even though I'm a biased Nintendo fan, I have to say that this is definitely better than the PSP. People are gonna argue that it's not as good as the PSP, but this is better than the PSP. And if you're deciding between the two, pick the 3DS. It's obvious choice. I don't know, some people just think that the PSP is better. And that is my review. Thanks for listening.